Pokemon GO locks new 400 candy evolution behind eggs, and trainers are furious. If Niantic's gonna keep up with this type of bullshit, then I'm gonna keep up with making videos calling out said bullshit. Let's get into this. Also inserting the obligatory please like, comment, and share these videos for the algorithm, and to also keep up with spreading the message that the Pokemon GO community refuses to stay down and to stay ignored. This is something that I will keep up with, and I will keep fighting for you guys, because you guys deserve to be heard out. So keep up with spreading the hashtag HearUsNiantic, and also keep up with sharing around the Pokemon GO petition. That will be linked in the description down below. Now let's get into this. Pokemon GO players aren't happy to learn that a 400 candy evolution to turn Larvesta into Volcarona will be locked behind eggs. As Pokemon GO fans continue to decry the remote raid pass changes, developer Niantic is preparing for a brand new in-game event. An event, I might add, that most likely will be riddled with bugs and errors. And another thing, you mean to tell me that Larvesta takes not only 400 evolution candy to evolve into Volcarona, but the only way to get said Pokemon being Larvesta is to hatch them from eggs? You do realize that those take Incubators, and those also take money, aka Pokecoins. Wow, that is so totally not on brand for Niantic. The event in question, known as an Instinctive Hero, will go live next week from Tuesday, May 2nd through Monday, May 8th. Arguably, the biggest draw is that players will be able to hatch Larvesta from eggs throughout the event. A Pokemon GO first. The evolution's egg-exclusive nature doesn't sit well with trainers, though. You think? And, you know, speaking of thinking, does Niantic even have the ability to think? Like, what cortex of their brain thought that something like this was a good fucking idea? Now, while Volcarona may be a very, very good Pokemon and one of the best in Gen 5, and understandably people are going to be very excited for the event, however, the implementation is just so fucking bad. And this right here is also another reflection, guys. Another example of the reflection of greed that is Niantic. And this here is also another fine example of them being gouging sneaky pusillanimous twats, because it has been weeks now since the hashtag HearUsNiantic has been a thing, and still is to this very day, yet Niantic continuously ignores the biggest elephant in the room, yet they will keep pushing forward with garbage like this. Earlier this week, the Pokemon GO Twitter account unleashed details about the aforementioned and Instinctive Hero event. An accompanying blog post noted the following: starting with this event, Larvesta will be available to hatch from 2km, 5km, and 10km eggs. Fine print in both the tweet and blog post mentioned that players can use 400 Larvesta candy to evolve Larvesta into Volcarona. You know, I still can't believe that Niantic actually greenlit this and thought that this implementation here of a debuting Volcarona was a good idea. Like, first off, how do you justify 400 Larvesta candy for a single evolution? And not to mention as well, especially this, how do you justify locking Larvesta behind eggs? And in order for you to hatch eggs, you need incubators, and if you want to be able to hatch lots and lots and lots of Larvesta eggs to get that much candy for evolutions into Volcarona, you have to pay for them. How in the ever-loving hell is that even defensible, let alone justifiable? Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. For some, this may be the straw that breaks the camel's back. One Twitter user called Niantic out on egg locking, noting that engagement from Pokemon GO's community is at an all-time low. The fan wrote, "You upset the community further by asking folk to raid when they can't, and then loot box lock a new mon behind eggs where you need 400 candy to evolve them?" Pokemon GO content creator Homeslice Henry added their 2 cents as well. Egg locking a 400 candy evolution is one of the worst decisions of all time. You mean Niantic made another event to incentivize the purchase of their ever-increasingly high-priced products? Color me shocked, said another person in response to Homeslice Henry's post. It seems that Niantic has once more found itself on the receiving end of its community's ire, but as always, there's no guarantee the company will actually respond to the outcry. You know something, it would be one thing if it was a regular Pokemon that you could encounter in the wild, then the 400 evolution candy would be a little bit justifiable. I still think it's fucking crazy. I'd say maybe 100 candy max, but if they were catchable in the wild and they were somewhat common, then okay, you know what, that's not a big deal, just pineapple them and, you know, whatever, there you go, whatever. But to not only have 400 Larvesta Candy required for one single Volcarona, these Pokemon are egg-locked. Again, how do you justify this? It's honestly going to be really interesting to see going forward just how much more self-destruction Niantic can inflict upon themselves and by proxy on Pokemon GO, and unfortunately because of all of that, the Pokemon GO player base has once again got to suffer because of Niantic and their continued stupidity. And honestly, it just makes me so sad. As someone that is a former player of Pokemon GO, this shit is not even, like, shocking anymore. It's just sad. It really is sad. Because there are still those there that are dedicated to the game, but they're constantly being ignored, constantly being ripped off, constantly being just, like, there's so much wrong that there's nothing right anymore. But anyways, folks, that right there about wraps up another episode of Pokemon GO and their continued failures. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below about this. Let me know what you guys think about this. Have yourself a damn good one, ladies and gentlemen. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Don't be like Niantic. Don't support Niantic. Thank you guys for your time as well in viewing this video, and I will see you guys next time.